Well, hello Story Chasers, this is Amber again, and in today's video I'm going to talk about what's in my camera bag in 2020 going into 2021. And I get this question a lot, which is what cameras do I use, what cameras do YouTubers use to start this business? And so there's a lot of people out there who want to start a remote business using YouTube as a platform to maybe market their business, or even start an entertainment channel or a lifestyle channel. They want to know, what do they need to get started? So I've been doing this for about 3.5 years now, and I've amassed a bit of equipment along the way. So you may not start out with what I have, but I will show you how you can get started. So first, we're gonna see what's in my camera bag, and then we'll talk about what you might need in your camera bag to get started as a YouTuber. All right, let's get started. So the first camera I'm going to show you is the one that I'm currently filming on right now. So I'm going to use my iPhone to actually film the camera that I'm using. So the camera that I use as a main camera is this Lumix G85, and it's a really, really great vlogging camera. It has amazing stabilization in it. It has this flip out screen right here, which you kind of need as a vlogger. And I love it that it turns around to face me right now, which I'm using. Or you can turn it around if you're on the other side of the camera. It has all kinds of really great angles. So if you're above the camera, you can look at the screen this way. It just is really, really helpful when you are vlogging. I've had this camera for several years. I've even broken the microphone jack by dropping the camera, and I had to get a new camera. And so I opted to still get the Panasonic Lumix G85. It's just been a really great camera for me, and I really, really know this camera. It shoots in 4K. Shoots in 1080p, 24 frames per second, 60 frames per second. It has a hot shoe mount for you to put your external microphone, which I have here. I just happen to use this Rode mic, which is another part of my accessories. This is a wind muff for it, so it blocks the wind, and that just plugs right into my camera here. The only thing that I would say that I don't like about it is it's a little bit of a bigger setup. It's not extremely heavy, but when you start putting it on one of these things, like a GorillaPod or any kind of device that you're going to hold it and then hold it out like this to vlog, it starts to get a little bit heavy, but it's not horrible. I can handle it, but it's a little bit intrusive if you're in a place where maybe you don't want people to know that you're filming all the time. So if you're in a restaurant or you're in a crowded area and you just want to be a little bit more inconspicuous with your filming, then this camera is probably not the best, but it is my main camera and I use it quite a bit. Before we continue, I want to share with you a little bit about Skillshare, who has sponsored this video today. For several years now, I have been creating YouTube videos and developing my brand as a YouTuber and blogger. Now with that, you guys have been asking me, when am I going to actually get some merchandise together, like t-shirts and stickers and mugs and things like that, which I haven't gotten to yet, but I will get to that in just one moment. What I really love about Skillshare is they have so many different topics that I can just go in, type out the topic that I want to learn about, and find something and really start learning just that quickly. If you're not familiar with Skillshare, it's an online learning community that offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustration, design, photography, film and video, productivity, and well, the list goes on. Skillshare really helps me to learn about the creative side of my business, but also the marketing aspect as well. Whether you're a lifelong learner like me or looking to learn and improve your talents, Skillshare has you covered with classes for beginners to advanced levels. Okay, so back to the story chasing merchandise. Because you guys are asking for this merchandise, I thought I'd better learn how to create some quality merchandise for you guys, like t-shirts. I will say that it's a little bit daunting to figure out how to produce the best quality graphic for t-shirts so you don't get that bleeding and stuff on the shirt when it's printed. And so I turned to Skillshare to see if they had some classes that would help me with how to produce t-shirt merchandise. I've learned so much by taking this class from Douglas Butner called Start an Online T-Shirt Business at Zero Cost. He really helped to break down all the important steps that I was missing. This particular class is about 2 hours and 29 minutes, but it's cut into 29 shorter detailed lessons so you can learn at your leisure and really digest the information. Another thing that I love is that Skillshare just seems to have all the classes I'm looking for when learning more about online business, videography, photography, and in this case, graphics. There's so much more, but I bet you'll find the classes that you're looking for with thousands of classes that Skillshare has to offer. Members get unlimited access to thousands of inspiring classes, ads free at less than $10 a month. Now, Skillshare has an amazing offer of viewers of Story Chasing. They are giving the first 1,000 people a free trial to Skillshare Premium membership by just clicking the offer link in the description box below. And with that, a huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video today. The next thing we're going to talk about are the lenses that I have with it. So I just showed you the lens that came with the camera. The only other lens that I've purchased for this camera, it's a 16mm 1.4 Sigma lens. I commonly refer to this as my night lens because it works really, really great in low light. I don't use it a lot in the daytime. I don't know why. I really should, because what's great about it is that it kind of gives you that blurred out look in the background that everybody likes. So I might actually try to use this a little bit more, but I love this lens, and it is a bit bigger than my other lens that came with the camera, so you can see the differences here if I put this up next to it. It's a little bit bigger. I actually love this lens. It is beautiful in low light. When I was in Mexico a couple of years ago, I used the Sigma lens at night around town when all the street vendors were out with the food and they had light shining into their car and steam coming up and beautiful lights from the restaurants and the sidewalks, and it just captured all of that really, really well. If you're gonna get any other lens, I would absolutely suggest the Sigma lens because it is so great in low light conditions. I have a little bit of a secret, guys. I do not shoot in manual mode. Pretty much never do I ever shoot in manual mode. I always put everything on auto. Autofocus, auto white balance, auto ISO. It's easy for me because the thing is I'm vlogging all the time. I just pick up the camera and go and point and shoot. I don't have time to mess with manual settings. Anything that I need to fix, I'll fix it in post-production. I do have my settings dialed in though, where it pretty much works in most situations, and that's what typically saves me and gets me those really good shots. I've never really talked about that before. I don't know why I feel weird about it a little bit, because I think people think I'm like this great photographer or videographer for some of the stuff that I shoot. The truth is I shoot in auto. Just telling you that because if you are that type of a person too, that you don't know very much about cameras, you don't know about the settings, you know what? You could be a future YouTuber too because you don't have to know all of those settings to get started. The next thing is, let's see. Oh, well, we'll just talk about the iPhone. So I was telling you that my Lumix G85 is my main camera. My second camera is this bad boy. It's an iPhone 11. I just got this one recently when I was in Washington. It comes with the new wide lens on it, which I really, really like because I was using an external lens that I would clip on to my phone, and that would be a wide angle lens. Surprisingly, this phone takes amazing photos and videography. There are some videos that you guys I have produced. It's all been shot with my iPhone. I am going to come out with a video here soon that talks about using your iPhone instead of having a big camera setup, because these things do really, really well. And it's perfect because you can be anywhere. People always have their phones out. People are always shooting photos or videoing something. It's so unobtrusive when you use this. And I think that's really why I like it, because it's just easy. For me, I really like to produce videos that have kind of this cinematic look to it and lots of beautiful B-roll where you kind of get an idea of where I'm at in the scenes, and like I really get into that stuff and color grading it and all of that. I still can do a lot of that with the iPhone. The Lumix G85 does a little bit better with the color grading and the cinematic qualities, but this iPhone, I've looked at the shots side by side and it is amazing that the differences are so minute. And that's why I was like, I'm going to start shooting with this thing a little bit more and not worry so much about the fact that it's just a little bit different than the Lumix G85. That way I can just get the shots, right? I think that's really what it's about. It's getting the shots, it's getting the content, and making sure you're producing really, really great content. This is the iPhone 11. It's a bigger phone, which I like because it has the big screen on it. Here's the regular, just 1x lens. And then if you click on 0.5, it gives you the wide angle lens. If you're in 4K, you can do 24 frames per second. You can also do, oh my gosh, you just have to click the button. So there's 30 frames per second. I'm trying to see it. 60 frames per second. I usually shoot in HD though, at 30 frames per second. And the only reason why I do that is because the files are so big if you shoot in 4K. Obviously the 4K resolution is going to be better than 1080, but a lot of people still can't see 4K resolution on their devices, so 1080p is just fine for that. The other filter that I use is this beautiful bad boy right here. Do you see that name right there? It's Peter McKinnon's Signature. If you're not familiar with Peter McKinnon, he is an incredible photographer. He has an incredible YouTube channel. Go check him out. He grew really fast because he's just super cool. He teaches so much about photography and videography, and he came out with a line of variable ND filters. Now, I told you I shoot in auto all the time, and I'm not a pro at learning camera stuff. This is the lens. It's a glass lens. This fits over my stock camera lens, and what I love about it is that it has these little stops right here already built in. I'm going to screw this on here so you can see how this works. So it just screws onto your lens. Now I had to get an adapter for mine, which they sell on the website. So this helps with harsh light and brings in some beautiful deep colors when you're outside. So the thing that I love about it, it has several stops, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Watch the color resolution on this as I turn. So it's on 2 right now. It's going to get darker on my screen. So there's 3, 4, and 5. And there's 2. It just gets brighter and darker. I just recently got this lens a couple months ago because, well, I'm trying to get better at my videography and being outside and some of these really very bright conditions. It just really helps with that harsh light and allows you to adjust very quickly. By the way, you can find all of the links to these products that I'm talking about down in the description box and the pinned comment. So if you want to check those out for yourself and see if it works for you, you can do that. So the next piece of equipment that I have in my camera bag is this gimbal. I was telling you how I use my iPhone a lot. I do have a gimbal for my Lumix G85, but I just never use it. I'm probably going to get rid of it actually. I really like the gimbal effect, but it's just so cumbersome, and I'm shooting more with my iPhone now that I really like using this gimbal. This is a DJI Osmo Mobile 3, and it's just simple to use. You just slide it on like that. I've already got it all balanced. I'll turn it on here. It does its little thing. It gets all balanced and ready to go. It's super lightweight and compact. You can put this in your purse. You can stick it in your back pocket. It even comes with this external tripod you can take on and off. I typically just keep it on because I use it quite often. For me, it's about getting the shot, and so I want to do something that's simple and quick, and I can pull it out and just use it on the fly if I need to. You could use this whole thing as your entire setup. Now the only thing is the audio on the iPhone is not as great as the external mic for the Lumix G85, but it's not bad. So I'm actually looking to get something from my iPhone that I can attach to it as an external mic. The next thing I have is my GoPro. This is a GoPro Hero 8. I just got this, I don't know, the last 6 months I guess, and I liked it so much that, well, I got 2. Because I do so many different shots, and I like to keep this one on this magnetic clip. What's great about it is that it has this clip that you can attach to anything, but what I really like about it too is on the bottom of it is this magnet. and you can attach it to the side of the van. I use this quite often to get those night shots. I'll stick it on the side of the van and get some of those night shots if I'm facing away from the van. If I want to show Lily and I walking around outside, I'll just put it on the van and then it stays put, and it captures all of those really great photos and videography of us walking around the van. It has an amazing, amazing night lapse on it. So it has, you know, your regular time lapse, and then it has a night lapse which just pops all of those colors. It's really, really incredible. And I will say the battery life on this is amazing. So I put this out one night, all night long, and I think it still had 20% battery life by the morning. So it was out for almost probably 10 hours, capturing sundown and then sun up. What I love about it too is it has all of these quick releases on it right here. So you can quick release off of this magnetic clip. You can then put it onto any of your other devices. Like, oh, I have this as a chest mount here, so it can attach directly to the chest mount. So I use this whenever I'm bicycling or walking. So that chest mount works really great also if you just need to be hands-free. I also, just a little tip, with the magnetic clip here, so when I'm on my bicycle and I have my Camelback backpack on, I'll just clip it right here. So the strap comes down here, and I'll clip it on, and I'll use that as basically my mount while I'm bicycling. But it allows me to take it off easily. The chest mount can be great for that, but it's just a little bit of a different view. So I use both of them. And then I don't have a helmet mount. I could do that if I wanted. It came with the mount that you could put on your helmet, and surprisingly, look at this. It's just this like 3M tape basically, and it's curved a little bit here too. It's amazing that this can actually just go on your helmet. When we were whitewater rafting in Colorado this year, I brought my GoPro with me, and they had this on the helmet as a quick clip into the helmet, and it was amazing how strong this thing is. I couldn't believe it. More accessories for the GoPro. Has a little tripod here, and you just push this up if you want it to be a little taller. So it's just a little quick handheld. You can hold it like this, or like I said, you can bring the tripod out. So there's that accessory. Also a suction cup that can go on the window. For the microphones, I have external microphones that I use, especially if I'm going to interview people. And I have two of these. They're Zoom field recorder microphones. They are wired, and they have a little lapel mic. I use these a lot. I love them. I like have the settings dialed in so there's no hissing noise coming from it. It's perfect. Audio is huge, by the way, guys, because I messed it up in the beginning. I have a video out there. The audio is horrible. The story is great, but the audio is horrible. I never wanted that to happen again, so I bought these Zoom field recorder microphones. What I love about it, too, is that you can just run the cord through your shirt, and then this clips onto the back of your pants or the side of your pants while you're filming. And it's just easy. It's rugged. It just works really great. So I have two of these just in case I need them for myself or if I'm interviewing two people. You do have to sync that with your video post-production. That's a pretty easy process using Final Cut Pro. The other camera equipment that I use for my Lumix J85 is this GorillaPod. And so the camera just clips right into this. What I like about it is it's flexible, it bends. It can be a tripod if you want it to be. It has this ball head on it so it moves, and then you of course can lock it into place. You can wrap the legs around the pole and it'll hold on to it. It's just really great for kind of being outside and trying to get certain shots and you need to put this thing down. It's also great when you're vlogging. You can put it out here. Just hold on to the bottom of it and put it out here so you can get a little bit of a wider angle and see more of the background. You can pull it in. There's just all different kinds of uses for this, and I use it a lot actually when I'm using the Lumix G85. The other thing that I use with my camera for charging my batteries is this little quick charger, and it holds two batteries, and then there's a battery obviously in the camera as well, and so I can always have two batteries charged and ready to go. It's just a USB charger, and I just plug this in actually to my dashboard USB, and so this is always charging when I'm driving, so I never ever don't have a charged battery for my cameras. So now let me talk to you about the lighting that I use. I have this little light ring. It's very small. It's so small you can fit it onto your phone just like this, and I'll turn it on. That's the lowest setting, higher, and then the highest setting. We'll show you the difference in light. So you can see my face now, how it looks. I'm going to turn the light on. Look at the difference in that. That's on the lowest setting. And then here's higher. And then this is the highest. So that's amazing. This is just connected to a little USB charger to charge it. It's easy to bring with me. So if I'm here on the phone and I want to vlog really quickly, I can just add this to it and vlog, or vlog this way, whichever way you're going to vlog. I use this actually quite a bit too when I'm doing things like this where I'm just sitting here in this chair and filming, especially when it's closer to nighttime. Okay, so that's my simple little ring light for van life. You've probably seen some of those really large ring lights that other YouTubers use, and well, I just can't fit that here in this van. So the other lights that I use, and I just started using these, but I really, really love them. I just used them not too long ago in this particular video where I show this area behind me backlit with kind of a pink light. But these are called RGB lights, and I have 2 of them. The idea is to backlight this area in one color and then backlight my kitchen area in another color, so that when I'm filming you get this beautiful glow, and I have this ring light on my face. I'm very well lit. I've got all this beautiful light around me. So I just turned it on and you can hopefully see there's a green light, and then we can change the brightness on it. So there's the brightness. It's really bright right now. Ooh, it's really bright. We can also change the color. It has a little display back here so you can see the different colors. There's a little button that you push over here on the wheel. You push that button and you get different colors. So here's pink. Let me see if I can do it like this where you can see it. It's a little bit different. So pink, there's a red, orange, there's yellow, green, green. Ooh, it's very bright. Very green. There's a blue. Blues again. And this is turning into, ooh, this is so bright when you look at it. They're nice and compact. They come in these little covers, so you can put them in here and store them away very easily without them being damaged. It's a really great way to light your area, especially in such a small area as I have, with something that has a very small footprint. And in van life, we really need that because we just don't have a lot of room in here for everything. And I have, you know, as you can see, quite a bit of camera gear that I use, but I try to keep it small and compact so that I don't have to have a bunch of cabinets to store it in, else I'm going to have to go into a Class A pretty soon. And I don't really want to do that, so I'm going to stay in the van. The way that I hold those lights up, and sometimes I'll attach my camera to this too, but I use this arm. It has what's called a super clamp on it here, so I'll show you. I'm opening the clamp right now. I'm sorry. I'm opening the clamp right now. That was closing it. And I can attach this to a cabinet up here. I'll put this up here a lot on the cabinet. And this arm, you can turn this thing any which way you want. Like, it's really incredible. So it has, these arms move around. They go back and forth. And then you have this little knob right here that your camera will attach to on the bottom of the camera, or those lights that I was just showing you. It will attach to this, and so you can hang your camera, you can hang your lights in the van or your RV or whatever you're using, anywhere if you're in a house, using this super clamp and this arm. It's perfect for in here. I use this actually quite a bit. I also use this camera. Forgot I had one more camera. This is actually a Logitech webcam. I use this when I do my live streams, when I do Zoom video calls. It's a 1080p HD video camera. I've had this for a couple of years now, I think, and it just works really well. The camera quality is amazing. The color on it is great. It actually has software that you can put on your computer where you can adjust the color and the brightness and the zoom feature. And the other thing that I use a lot is my Manfrotto tripod. So this is the tripod. has a ball mount on it. It has so many different adjustments where you can move this around. You can see that the legs have these little clips on them, so they will extend and also retract. It folds up very nice and compact, and then I just store it overhead in my bin up here. One of the things that I wanted to show you too were these quick clips. So you can't really tell right here, but I'll show you on my GorillaPod here. There is a quick clip on this. It allows me to put my camera on a quick clip and remove it easily on multiple devices. So I have this quick clip on the Joby GorillaPod. I have it over here on my tripod, and I also have it on a gimbal. So let me show you what this looks like when I take it off. There's two little levers here. This is the locking lever. You release the camera here, and then you take the camera off. So it's nice and easy. This now fits onto the GorillaPod really easily. And then to get it back in, you just simply, you drop it back in, and this lever automatically goes back to lock it in place. And then this is your last locking feature here. And it locks the camera. It's all nice and steady. And then I can quick release that from the tripod, the GorillaPod, and the gimbal. Just makes life a lot easier so you're not constantly screwing your camera into a bunch of different devices. Also, I just wanted to let you guys know that I am starting my YouTube course this January. We're going to be talking about all things camera gear related, how to start the YouTube business, how to market your YouTube business, how to make sure your videos are being seen, all of the different analytics, how you should be filming things, what editing software to use. There's so much more to it than that, and I can't wait to get started. I have over 150 people on the wait list right now. It blows my mind that so many of you are interested in that. But if you are interested, click the link below and get signed up for that wait list. What I want you guys to know is that if you're looking to start a YouTube business, or just not even a YouTube business, maybe you just want to film stuff on your own and put it out there for yourself or your family, or you're just traveling and want to do photographs and videography, then I would say start with what you have, and most of us already have a phone. It's the easiest thing to get started with. These newer phones have such amazing technology on it. As I said before, this actually has the wide angle lens on it. It takes beautiful 4K and 1080p photos. I would start out with this. You don't even need a gimbal, but getting a gimbal like this would just help the production quality of your video so it's a little bit more stabilized and steady, and you can really get some amazing shots with that. So a gimbal, the phone, and probably this ring light would be your best for getting started. And then if you wanted to then start adding camera to your gear, I would probably go with the GoPro next, because this is going to get you some really amazing shots. It's going to get you those really cool time lapses and night lapses outside. It's great for action. You can be on your canoe, you could be on a kayak, you could be bicycling, you could be jumping out of an airplane if that's what you like to do, and get those really, really cool shots. And then you can just start adding stuff as you go. That's exactly what I did. When I first started out, all I had was a small Sony camera. That's it. I didn't have anything else. And that got me what I needed at the time until I could start adding more equipment as I felt that I needed it. Leave me a comment below and let me know, what are you filming on if you're already filming? I always love to see what other cameras and equipment people are using. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. I really appreciate it. Again, the links to all of these items are in the description box below. Thank you guys so much. Bye.